Hello my Totodile family, welcome back to another episode of Totodile Tales. I've been asked so much about my Pokemon card collection. You can see all the shelving things I have, all the miscellaneous products and the binders full of cards. And the one I get asked most often about is my graded cards. So I thought, let's show off the cards that I have decided to keep from grading. Because I've now graded probably 300-400 cards, but I've got a stack here of about 40 cards that I've kept out of all of those, as well as traded for and or bought. So I've got them all stacked up here. We're going to go through and check out all of these cards they're in a little bit of an order, with like some of the best ones coming near the middle, the end, the start, all of it. They're all the best ones. It's a trick. They're all the best ones. All right, let's start off with this absolute beautiful bidet. We've got a bead courtesy of Bre the Struggle Bug, something that I will keep forever because it was a wonderful gift and it is in a PSA 10, so that is super duper cool. Next up, we opened this for one of our specials. I think it was the 4,000 subscriber special or something like that. And I just decided to submit it and it got a 10 somehow. So absolutely thrilled about that. Again, that one's not the most expensive card, but it's sentimental. So it means something to the channel. This was a trade that I did, and it is the Galarian Moltres V from Matchless Fighter from Japan. And I somehow got it in a 10 after I traded it. I pulled this Blastoise and Piplup. I pulled this in Japan. It's in one of the earliest videos of this channel. And to go along with it, I also pulled the Charizard. And so now I have the Remix Bout, Charizard, and Blastoise. Now I just need to find the Venusaur in a 10, which I think would probably be the cheapest of the three. Next up is my favorite card of all time, Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglybuff. I have this in a lovely 10. I also do have this card in Japanese. I just haven't got it graded yet. Next up is the Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. I ended up getting a lot of these and grading them, and a lot of them got a 10. I was very pleased because I love this card. It's beautiful. But the incredible one is this one. This is the Sky Legends, the Japanese one. This was a secret rare in Sky Legends. It wasn't a promo. And so the difference between the price of these two cards is astronomical. This one is about 80 bucks. This one is currently sitting at about $1,500. Absolutely wild. Next up is a beautiful Pokemon Center Gardevoir. This is an art card, so it was a promotional campaign where people could send in their artworks and they would make the artwork out of that card. And I got a couple of these in 10 and I just really love it. Next up are some vintage Japanese, obviously for Alligator, Totodile Tales, wanting to collect all of these. I had this one, I think it was thrown in with a deal or something. It was very, very cheap, or thrown in with something else. So I was very happy to add that to my collection. This was gifted to me. This is the Venusaur promo from the CDs from Japan from 1999. There it is right there. And it was gifted to me, and somehow it got an 8. It was in just a stack of cards that was given to me by a guy at a card shop who was just trying to become my friend, and he spoke no English, and we his favorite Pokemon was Venusaur and Bulbasaur, so he gave me that. Next up is the Japanese Vending Series Snorlax. I got this one in a 9, and I'm thrilled about that. I do have one for my collection that's raw, but I decided to grade this one. Also in a 9 is the Vending Series Poliwrath. So you've probably never seen these cards before. They never made it to English. There's only a few of them that ever made it to English, but you might recognize one that just came over to English, and it's in the Classic Collection. You can now get the Mr. Mime that was in the original Vending series. Next up are some band cards. So we have a Band Jinx in a 9. So very thrilled about that. Actually, all three of them are in a 9. And so we've got a 9 as Koga's Ninja Trick. If you don't know what makes these banned, you can look it up. I'm not going to explain it on here because it's not always appropriate. Misty's Tears is a trainer card that was banned from English, and it is in a 9, and I'm thrilled about that. And if I ever go back when I go back to Japan, I definitely will look for more of these cards to try and get. Next are my surprising Mewtwo and Mew collection. I didn't even know I was collecting Mewtwo and Mews until I got my like 4th grading back, and I'm like, wow, these are nice. Oh, I've already put aside like 6 of these. So we've got Mewtwo V. This is from Pokemon Go. So we've got the beautiful Mewtwo in the city. Next up is one of my favorite Mewtwo to use. This is the alt art, but it's a promo card. So it's actually difficult to get in a 10 because it came in a tin. You just like loose in a tin. Not loose, but like poked into it, you know? And so I have this beautiful Mewtwo and Mew. Next up is Mew V alt art from Fusion Strike in a 10. The reason I kept all these is because they're 10s, you know? And they're all Mews. And I pulled all of these. I pulled all of these cards. This Mew VMAX I pulled. Celebrations Mew. I just think that's a beautiful 10. And then my most recent Mew that I've added to my collection is the Ultra Premium Collection. And I only submitted 2 of these because the rest of them weren't in the best condition, just because the way they were packaged. I submitted 2. I got a 10 on both of them. I have 1. Bre the Struggle Bug has 1. Next up are ones that I just decided to grade on a whim, that I just had. They're expensive cards, and they all got 10s. So we have the Espeon VMAX from Fusion Strike. I somehow got a 10 on this, and I'm so thrilled. And I submitted these to sell, and then I got all of them in a 10, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just start a collection. Maybe I'll just start getting them. Because there's the Leafeon from Evolving Skies at a 10. And here's the Sylveon from Evolving Skies at a 10. So, I mean, all I would need is the... I guess I need the promos. I do have some of those promos still. The Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon. And then, of course, the Umbreon, which is just the most expensive thing right now. Next up, we've got some Pikachus. I've got a Pikachu collection, apparently, of graded cards. So we have the Futsal promo. This is a UK exclusive, courtesy of Chris. Thank you, Chris, for sending me this. So this is something that'll stay in my collection forever, and it's beautiful. Next up, we have the ever-elusive Van Gogh Pikachu. The Pikachu with gray felt hat, and I'm so pleased I got the 3 that I sent in 10s. I sold those other ones so fast. They sold so fast, and it's incredible. It's an incredible card, and I hope that they keep printing it and the price keeps going down so everybody can have one. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This was a pre-order from Japan. When I lived in Japan, I ordered Pokemon. This one. No. Oh my gosh, it's the next one. Okay, this one I just got from a friend who went, and I managed to get a 10 on it. This one was the one from Sword and Shield. And I ordered Pokemon Shield from a 7-Eleven, and I got sent this in the mail with my copy of Pokemon Shield before I even owned a Switch. I just knew I wanted Pokemon Shield, and I was going to get a Switch, and so before I even had a Switch, I got this in the mail, and somehow it got a 10. It got a 10. I got so lucky. Next up are a bunch of my Japanese Pikachus. This one is fascinating because just looking at it, you wouldn't think it's that expensive. It's just a promo Pikachu. It's for the game Rescue Team DX. It's a semi-popular game. But the thing about this one was that it was released in March of 2020. And so I went to a store when we were like curbing the spread and like only going to local places. And I walked to the store with my mask and I got a couple packs so I could get a couple of these. And it's now turned into like a $200 card in a 10 because there aren't as many as the other cards because tourists weren't going there. People weren't getting it constantly. And so it's a little bit of a fascinating one that I can look back on now and say, I got this card March 2020 and somehow it ended up in a 10 and it's very cute. Next up, we got a Pokemon Center 20th anniversary promo. Very thrilled this one got a 10. This was literally something I found in a secondhand shop for like $2. Like that was probably what I got it for. Definitely not more. And it got a 10 and it's beautiful. This Pikachu was the one of the first ones that I got in Japan. It came out, 2019. So it was like the second promo that I got when I went to the Pokemon Centers. I'll show you the first one in a sec. It's coming up. But this is the second one, and I managed to get some 10s, and it's Pretend Comedian Pikachu. Just such a unique, lovely card. And speaking of unique cards, this one is one of the most unique Pikachus you will ever see. This is Shibuya Pikachu, and I managed to get a couple of these because there was just a guy standing in the Pokemon Center handing these out. And I went up and I said, "Hi, I'm a tourist. Can I have some extras?" And he just gave me extras. So I think I had 3 total. But I think about it now and I'm like, I should have gone every single week and just got more of these cards. Could you imagine? This is such a unique one. I did get 10s on all of them I graded, the 3 or 4 total that I graded. And they sold so fast because it's such a unique card. And it's just a beautiful Shibuya Pikachu. Now, this is the first promo card I got when I first went to Japan. And this is Tea Party Pikachu. Now, the reason this one's so special to me is you could see Totodile Tales, I Choose You, signed by Sarah Natacheni, the person who voices Ash, who has voiced Ash for the last like 17 years in the anime. And she was doing a like farewell tour to all of these conventions because Ash was done in the series. He's over. They've got those new characters. And so I got her to sign this, and I absolutely love it. So she signed the case. So I've got a plastic sleeve on the case, but she signed the actual case. And I brought this one because her favorite Pokemon is Pikachu, which makes sense, being Ash. But this is probably a one-of-one card. Like, I doubt anybody else has thought, I'm going to bring my Tea Party Pikachu PSA 10 to Sarah Natacheni to sign. So I really love it. It means a lot to me, and it's something that I will never get rid of. Next up are a pair of promos that I bought for my birthday a couple years ago, and I absolutely love them. These are the stamp promos. So in Japan, Japan Post teamed up with Pokemon to make these cards and a stamp collection box. I never got my hands on the box, but I did manage to get the 2 of these in sequential order. And these are based off of famous Japanese artworks and ones that they quite often use on postage in Japan. And so they made them into Pokemon cards. And so these 2 together are absolutely beautiful, and I love them a lot. Now, this final batch. If you made it this far in the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. This final batch is some of the most expensive cards I own. And as a set together, they are incredible. So let me show you. I've got 4 slabs and then 1 extra thing to show you. So if you like the Van Gogh cards, you're going to love these. These are the Edvard Munch, a retrospective that toured to Tokyo, Japan. And during that time, you could go to the Pokemon Center and you could pick up 1 of 3 cards. You could pick up Rowlet, you could pick up Eevee, or you could pick up Psyduck. And so you could get these cards from the Pokemon Centers in Japan. Now, these ones by themselves are extremely expensive and just the most glorious artworks. But there's 2 more. First, we have the Pikachu. And the Pikachu you can only get by going to the event in Tokyo. If you went to the event, you got this card. Just like going to the event in Amsterdam got you Pikachu with gray felt hat. The difference is Pikachu with gray felt hat you can get online later. But this one you could only get by going to the event. The final one, and these are 2 last cards are my most expensive cards that I own. And this second one's not even graded. So this is the Mimikyu. And I have it in the original packaging. Munch, a retrospective. And we've got the Mimikyu there. And the thing is, you had to go to the event in Tokyo. And then you had to buy this specific file folder to get this promo in it. And so it is the rarest of all of them currently. And this in a 10 is worth about the same as this raw right now. There are so few sales of the actual packaged product like this that the most recent sales are like $4,000. So I am so thrilled that I added these to my collection when I was in Japan. They're something that I'll never get rid of. And as a whole set, I have 4 10s, and then I have this one. And the nice thing is I can put this one in the middle, and then, oh, there's an Eevee on the back as well. And then I can put the graded cards beside it, and then it looks kind of good because they're like big as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. It was a little bit different today. I hope you enjoyed that. I've had so many people ask about my collection, so I thought, hey, let's do this little video while I'm doing my tour. And yeah, these cards are all going to be backed up before I go so that they remain safe and not damaged by water or anything else that could happen. So I've got tubs and I'm packing everything and I'm putting everything away. So I'm very thrilled to be able to show you these. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. As I said, if you're brand new, subscribe if you made it this far somehow. But thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for coming back and supporting me while I'm doing the other things that I love. And I hope you have yourself an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you later for Alligator.